All the Hoovies are gone. Well, there's Ellie's Barbie Jeep, but the Hoovies. Where are the Hoovies? I know where the Hoovies are. They're in my storage barn that I'm keeping for another few weeks. I actually needed to clear out my garage for a very exciting event happening in here. BenPack is sending me a lift, and not just a lift, but the craziest lift that they build. Is super cool. The garage dimensions, I had this garage made just to fit this lift, and it is going to be epic. The truck's getting here any minute, and it's going to be quite a job putting this together. This is going to be the biggest gift ever, just in size. It's huge. This is my lift. It's 3 cars wide, and that beam's gonna go along this wall, the length of the wall, either side, and 3 cars are gonna hang off these 2 beams. So you've got the poles here that they're going to put up and mount the beams to, and then in between each car and on either side are these big beams. There's clearly some assembly required here, a lot of bits. That's the platform there. You can see the scaffolding looking stuff at the platform. And we're lucky. BenPack sent somebody all the way out from California. Freddie here is going to be guiding us through this build. Oh, maybe we should have measured before we delivered all that stuff. If it doesn't fit, I guess I just have to tear down the garage. Good God! Okay, the pillars and the big beams are up, and you can see the benefit of this lift system. 3 cars wide, and it's still wide open under here. If you don't have any cars on the bottom rack, you would have a wide open space here because the platforms go up in the air by cables like magic, and you have basically a ballroom dancing space. And you're supposed to have about 7 feet of clearance, which is great. And over here, they're putting together all the stuff that makes this magic happen. You can see the cables, very thick. Don't want those to break. And they're going to be pulled up by these hydraulic rams right here. So each of these beams will be placed in between each car, and then one on the far left side is going to have its own hydraulic ram as well to lift up each platform. They really are making good progress. Look at Freddie all the way down there on the end. Here's one. It goes all the way out the garage and down the end of the driveway. That'll attach to these platforms here. Looks like scaffolding. They piece together into a floor. Well, I leave for a few hours, and man, is there a lot of progress. Have you two been helping?
Yeah.
Did you put this lift up yourselves?
Yes.
You know how to drive a forklift, Alex?
Yes.
Cool. All the hydraulic rams are up in the air now, and those giant cables are all strung up on the pulleys here. So you have 1, 2, 3 hydraulic rams pulling these cables up. They're going to pull 3 platforms right here. So a lot of progress today, a ton of progress. It's getting really hot, so they're going to wrap things up and finish the rest of it tomorrow, build the platforms, and start testing this system. I wonder which car I'm going to test it with, but this is really exciting. Super cool. All right, it's morning, day 2, and things are escalating very quickly in here. The platforms are already being built. As you can see, they come in this scaffolding on a pallet, and then you assemble them into car-shaped platforms. We have 2 assembled, then they'll scoot them over to the side, and there'll be 1 more in the middle. And then, once Freddie's finished running the cables, we can start testing this thing, getting very close. It's starting to look like a lift. All right, so is it working?
That's working right now.
Okay.
The platform is over here, and if you want to test it with this one here, just bring the car.
I have the perfect car. Yes, right here. Yep.
When you take the driving license.
Come on. Go. There we go. All right. So I turn it on.
The second platform.
Second platform. Up. Nice. Oh yeah.
6,000 pounds capacity with each one, each platform.
I think we're under the limit with the Jeep. It's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. You see, it's holding the lock right there. Turn down.
And then down once you see it on the lock?
Yeah.
All right, so now it's locked in. Well, maybe we should try it with a real car. I have the perfect car. The perfect car.
Okay.
Of course, I have to say it. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Look at that hydraulic ram work. Pushing the cable out that's pulling it up. And then once it hits the lock right there, you'll see it in a bit, it'll crash down. Boom. Then I lower it down slightly, and then it is locked into place. Just hanging in the air like magic. That's so cool. And then to lower it back down, you go up a little bit so that arm catches. That way it can catch it and send it over the lock on the way down. Really simple, but it works. That is so cool. Obviously, you don't want to leave it hanging like this, so I'll lock it back in. But wow. I know I'm going to kick myself later for this, but for style points, I still want the cards to be seen, because if it goes any higher, then it's blocked by the beam, but then I could walk underneath it without much trouble. But still, this isn't that bad. I mean, just hop in to get in the car and get out. Freddie, thank you so much for flying out from California to help get this installed. AC Equipment Repair, they're still wandering around here. Thank you guys. Yeah.
Make another customer happy.
Very happy, yes. Thank you. Now I need to get some Hoovies in here and start stacking like the Brady Bunch, right? Little tight on the Phantom, but this is one of my just pinch myself moments. I can't believe it's real, because after just a few emails back and forth from strangers, Ben Pack all the way out in California sent me this $23,000 lift for free, just because they wanted me to share it with you guys and see it in my garage. So really, a big thanks to Ben Pack, and a big thanks to you guys, because if you didn't watch this lift, or really any of the cars on it, just wouldn't be possible. I am so grateful. Like I said, this is a pinch myself moment, because just 5 years ago, I closed up my failing car dealership to start in the burger business, opening up burger restaurants all over the country. And I had to get an $8,000 loan so I could afford a Toyota Prius to get me around Kansas and Arkansas to open these stores. And then YouTube happened, and now a few years later, this. It's absolutely insane. And once again, a big thank you to Ben Pack, and a big thank you to all of you for watching. It's so weird. There's a Lambo right there, and this. Really, thank you so much.